you must have had a few tough stories going through like the end of your 125 years and then moving up to Moto 2.
But 125, like, for me was good the first year there, and then it was 2009 was my second year. But I was as tall as I am now, and I was like 72 kilos on a 125 against them, foreign guys that are probably 55. And I had the Piscini bike from the year before, the bike that was fast, but it was breaking down every race. And then I thought it was over then because nobody saw results. And it was last minute January where the Mark VDS team started up in Moto 2. It was a team that's not started, and you know how many times they say yeah, and it doesn't happen. So the choices I had on the table was MZ or Mark VDS. And so that was really good. It was one point in my career where things actually sort of went on the right way, because I think if I went to MZ, I wouldn't even be racing today. It would have been game over. And sometimes in careers, it is like one way or the other, and that's what makes it or breaks it. What did you go when you first went to World Championship? Was you with Honda then?
Yeah, I went with the 10K Honda team in Supersport, and the bikes were so good. So yeah, I finished second in the championship to my teammate Andrew Pitt. I had a clause in my contract that I'd have 1 year in Supersport and 2 years in Superbike. I got taken out at Magny-Cours in the hairpin by some crazy cat, and then I couldn't race for the championship. So my team put me on a Superbike for the last round at Portugal and finished fourth. And that was awesome because it was Bayless's last year, Troy Bayless's last year. So I got to race with him. I was actually on the front row with him my first time on a Superbike. So that was pretty awesome.
The years you was on the Honda, for so many years, but the bike just wasn't quite good enough. You was always like there or thereabouts. You know what I mean? How hard was that?
It wasn't as bad as people say. You know what I mean? I could still win on that at times. Like I won on that bike every single season I was there. It just wasn't a consistent enough package to be there every weekend. And then there's no other options, to be honest. Like, to be fair, there was a year a sponsor jibbed out on the team and I wasn't getting my first payment. So I thought, all right, here's a good way to get out of my contract and go and ride for Yamaha. Had offered me a deal that year. And the only other time was, BMW offered to buy me out of a contract once, but I didn't want to cancel a contract on them terms, you know what I mean? So there wasn't really, I think, not a mistake, but I agreed to stay the last year with Honda when I could have gone to Ducati. So it could have been different. I mean, I feel really bad for the Ducati guys because it was like that close.
Well, I think you're in a good position at the moment to decide a few things. So you move for the better, let's put it that way.
Yeah, to sign this Kawasaki contract was the best decision I ever made. So yeah, I was watching quite closely when you were in Aprilia. I really felt for you because you can just feel when things like that are going on that if the team don't have your back, it's a nightmare.
Mate, I've never experienced anything that bad in my entire life. And I said, what is this about? Like, this needs to stop. My head was gone. And then that was when I had to make that decision, like, I need out. I just need out of this thing and do something where I can rebuild myself. And that's what I did last year, to go to BSB and enjoy racing again. Like, I hated racing. I hated bikes. I just didn't want to see it. And now I've come to the point where I actually start to enjoy it and love it again. So it's nice to come back to, say, world level in Superbike and have a good team and a good bike behind me where you can fight with the best riders in the world at Superbike level, you know what I mean? And that's like coming from one thing to another, how it can change. And it's nice to have that, but you have to go through hard times to maybe appreciate it